Hello and welcome to Forever Rugby on Forever Sports. And some interesting news. The nominations for the South African Rugby Awards have officially been announced, which include the big awards: SA Player of the Year, SA Team of the Year, Springbok Women's Player of the Year, SA Rugby Young Player of the Year, the Sevens Men's Player of the Year, the Team of the Year, Coach of the Year, Currie Cup First and Second Division Player of the Year, and lots of nominees. Very interesting nominations. And we will have the awards. That'll be announced, I think it's next month it is. And it's very interesting to see because Eben Etzebeth and Sia Khaleesi, our previous winners of this award, have been nominated again and therefore could be looking to win this award for a second time in the last couple of years. Now, before we go through some of the category of the awards themselves and look at who's been nominated in amongst the various different categories, please do smash a like on the video. Please do subscribe to the channel as well. Right, so where do we start? So let's start at the bottom and move up, shall we? So that is Currie Cup First Division Player of the Year. There are two Abulan Cavaliers players nominated in the forms of Darian Hock and Cameron Hufka, and Keegan Fortune from Falca has been nominated. Right, and then in terms of the Currie Cup Premier Division Player of the Year, Tennis De Beer, former Pumas player, now playing over in Cardiff, has been nominated alongside teammate Devin Williams, who's now playing at the Bulls, whilst veteran fly half Ruan Pienaar has also been nominated. I personally think it's probably between Tennis De Beer and Ruan Pienaar. I thought those two, and Devin Williams were obviously fantastic. I was really impressed with Devin Williams last season. I thought that it was a bit of a coming of age from him, and I think he really did earn that move overseas to Cardiff. And from what I've seen from him at Cardiff, I think he's going to be a big success there. And Ruan Pienaar just rolled back the years, didn't he, in the last sort of season, and really sort of showed you how much value experience can bring to a side, and he did help them guide them to a World Cup. If we look at the Springbok Women's Player of the Year, the nominees are as follows: it's Azita Hele, Libby Janssen van Rensburg, Babawa Lacha, Rats Bakari, and Nadine Roos. And Nadine Roos playing for both the Springbok Women as well as the Springbok Sevens as well. I think she's on an actual dual contract, plays for sort of both of those teams. We then look at the Junior Springbok Player of the Year. The three nominees are Corne Beats, Paul de Villiers, and Damien Marcus. Watch out for Damien Marcus. Very, very exciting young player. I think he's going to be somebody who's going to come through the system in the next couple of years quite quickly, based on what we sort of saw from him this year. In terms of the SA Rugby Young Player of the Year, and that is a player who is under 23. They are as follows: Sasha Feinberg Zulu from the Stormers, Evan Roos from the Stormers, Jaden Hendrickse from the Sharks, Kanan Moody from the Bulls, and Ruan Venter from the Lions. I think in theory, the front runner really is probably going to be Kanan Moody there. And Jaden Hendricks should probably be the top two. Jaden Hendricks has not played a lot of rugby this year, so I think maybe almost a bit fortunate to be nominated. But playing for the Springboks, especially at that age in a World Cup campaign, always going to find yourselves in amongst the nominations there. I think those two probably the front drivers: Evan Roos, Ruan Venter, two solid URC campaigns. Ruan Venter really had his sort of breakthrough campaign, didn't he? Came through at the Lions and sort of announced himself to the world, and has pretty much picked up where he left off so far actually this season. We then look at the Team of the Year. They are the Cheetahs, the Springboks, and the Stormers. For me, probably between the Cheetahs and the Springboks, but obviously I think winning the World Cup, I'm sure the Springboks will get that award. Similarly, the coaches of those respective teams have them nominated for Coach of the Year. So that is Dom Dobson, Havis Fourie, and Jacques Dinalba. Once again, I think should be pretty straightforward. I don't see how Jacques Dinalba doesn't win SA Coach of the Year, given the fact that the Springboks won the World Cup. Now, the Premier Award that everyone wants to see is very interesting. Now, before that, look at the Sevens Players of the Year, so I forgot to mention that. It was Ricardo Duarte, Christy Kobler, and Shilton van Wyk. Wasn't the best season for the Sevens, but those three players standing up in amongst that side. And then, as I was about to say, the SA Rugby Men's Player of the Year nominations are as follows: Peter Steph du Toit, Eben Etzebeth, Sia Khaleesi, Damien Willemse, and Frans Malherbe. Such a cool nomination to see Frans Malherbe, to see the tight head prop being recognized for the work he's done, and I think that I don't think he will win. I think it's probably between PSDF Troy and Evan Netzebeth for me. Maybe a Damon Willemse. I'll be very surprised if France were to win. I personally see Etzebeth going back to back here, given the fact that he was in amongst the World Player of the Year nominations as well. The winners will be named early next year, by the way. So in terms of how the nominations worked, the media and key stakeholders within the governing body submitted their nominations. So I submitted my list nominations, for example, for Player of SA Player of the Year. They have to be based in South Africa, so none of these foreign-based players are eligible for that. But yes, they will be named early next year, where they will also be naming the Outshines Referee of the Year and the Provincial Women's Player of the Year. Let me know who you'd vote for. Out of all those categories, let me know what your preferred pick would be. But then the big one is, let me know who you think the SA Men's Rugby Player of the Year will be. Let me know that down in the comments below. Please do smash a like on the video. Please do subscribe to the channel as well. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Steve. I'll chat to you soon.